What's up, everyone? Today, I've got 5 things I wish I knew when I started playing Dota Underlords. Let's get started. The first thing I wish I knew when I started playing Dota Underlords is how interest works in this game. Now, after every round, you are going to be getting a certain amount of gold for winning the fight, or sometimes even losing if you're on a long losing streak. But another thing to keep in mind is interest. This is going to be based off of every 10 gold that you have, up to a maximum of 50. Meaning that if you have at least 50 gold, you will get an extra 5 after the round. This is why you'll often see players go down and use up their gold to either 50, 40, 30. They like to stay above those certain ranges to get the extra interest gold. So as you see right here in this game, I currently have 47 gold, which means I'm 3 away from the maximum 50. So I could do a couple things here. Either I could sell a couple things and get up to 50 gold, so that now at the beginning of the round, I will have the maximum amount of gold after it ends. Or what I could do is I could just decide, hey, I'm at 47. I'm going to reroll a couple times, see if I find something I want. And I'm going to stay above 40 or at least 40. So at least I get 4 gold for interest. Another thing to keep in mind in regards to interest is that it will actually calculate your gold based on the start of combat. So as combat just started here, I'm at 40 gold. That means I am locked in for this round at 40 gold. So I'm now free to buy whatever I want. And at the end of the round, it is going to calculate the interest based on 40 gold that I had at the beginning instead of the 35 gold that I have now because I spent it on a couple units. Another thing I wish I knew was the different rates of getting units during the game. There are 5 different tiers of units, 1 through 5, and they all have varying degrees of how easy or hard they are to get. So if you take your cursor and just mouse over your current level in a match, it comes up and it will show you the actual percentage of getting any unit during the game. As you can see, I'm level 6 right here, and right now I have a 0% chance to even get a level 5, so I cannot even get any of those hard to find legendary units. And as you can see, tier 1, 2, and 3 are about 30%, which means I'm mainly going to be seeing those. Obviously, this percentage is going to affect various decisions on whether you want to level up or not throughout the game. The third thing I wish I knew is that you don't have to get so attached to your units. Generally, you're going to start out with a bunch of just level 1 units. Don't get too attached to these. Throughout the game, you may show different alliances of what you're not playing. For instance, on the board right here, I'm using 2 druids. These are both level 1. I should be willing to get rid of these if something better comes along. Say I go ahead and sell these and put in something like a level 2 axe. This is probably a bad example, but the whole point of this is saying that you don't need to stick to your certain units. If something better comes along, or if you need to change alliances, you should be willing to do that, and you need to play with what the game is giving you. Generally, forcing certain alliances, even if you pick them early in the game, is not going to be worth it in the long run, and you'll have a better time if you just play with what the game is giving you and what alliances are open during that certain match. The next thing I wish I knew is in regards to silence. Now, I'm just going to use the human alliance as an example of something you can do to silence. Now, this is going to stop all abilities of a character, but it is not going to stop their passives. There's also an item in the game that actually silences your unit and gives them some attack speed and life steal. This is called Mask of Madness. Now, this item is going to be best used on a character with a passive, because although it silences your hero, it will not get rid of their passive ability. This also means when you're planning out your characters that have a silence effect, you're going to want to position them in a way that you can get the silence effect on most creatures that have abilities, not ones just with a passive. And the last thing I wish I knew, this is going to have to do with the Mage Alliance. So if we click on this Mage Alliance here, we can see that enemies will suffer minus 40 magic resistance. And what I didn't know in terms of this is that not only mages have mage abilities or magic damage. So this magic resistance right here, this is actually going to help a numeral amount of other characters you might have. For instance, warlocks. Most of these are going to be using magic damage. Therefore, if you're going with a warlock build, mages might be something good to splash in there to get that minus 40 magic resistance to help out your overall damage. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I know that these things are stuff that I wish I knew when I started playing, and it definitely helped me a lot to learn them. So hopefully it helped a couple of you out there as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.